I've not seen it back. I've been told it looked a little bit soft. So I'll have to have a look at it. I haven't seen it at all. So it's a little bit early for me to give an opinion. What I will say is the sending off did not affect the way that we defended at times. Our defending was so poor at times. I don't think they had to work hard enough for the goals, and that wasn't down to 10 men. That was just poor defending, poor marking, poor desire to stop the ball going in the back of the net. And as I've just said to the players, I can't excuse that. We've defended really well of late, but that was, and obviously it does affect the way you play with 10 men, and you get strung out, and suddenly you're getting shifted side to side the way that they play, and they do work the penalty area really well. They put good crosses in the box. They have good people in good spots in the box, and they attack the spaces really, really well. But that doesn't excuse the way we defended.
Adrian Heath, you said that you don't think the setting off affected how you defended, but it definitely seems like it impacted.
Well, there wasn't an awful lot in the game, was there, until, with the sending off. I thought, in general play, I thought we looked dangerous on the counter-attack, and obviously we took away our probably attacking strength and our options. But when they've still got 2 at the back and 3 at the back, that doesn't affect how many we've got in the box. We were just poor at the box. Individuals, we've had 1 or 2 individuals tonight who I don't think have done themselves justice.
We'll go on to Andy.
Adrian, to give up 3 goals in 9 minutes in the second half, obviously you're down 2. Did you feel like you guys had the energy and effort to compete with a spot in the semifinals on the line?
Well, I knew that it was going to be difficult tonight with the amount of games that we've had and the travel to get here. And you might say, well, it's the same for them because they played the same night, but it's not the same. You're not traveling, you're not sleeping in your own bed, etc. But I'm not taking that away from them. I think Gary's done a great job. I think they've got a really good group of players, very well organised and really committed. So I don't want to take anything away from them. What I will say, and as I'll repeat again, going down to 10 men is not an excuse to concede the type of goals that we conceded.
Okay, we'll go with Alejandro.
Coach, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely a very tough way to wrap up this Leagues Cup run of yours. It seemed at moments to deserve a better ending. Looking at the bright takeaway of it all, though, you got to bring back injured players, put some into guys that recently joined the team, and other very positive things I would believe you guys had along the tournament. What do you think that has Minnesota United proven in this 3 weeks that will definitely play a huge part on how you see this rest resume beginning next Saturday?
No, I've got a lot of optimism for the next 14 games of the year. When we've got our best team on the field, I think that we're more than a match from anybody. We've proved we can play. We've got game changers. So there's been a lot of bright spots. You look at the goals that Bongi scored. You look at some of the individual play that Ray's had. I think Joseph Rizali's, he's done himself a lot of good over the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm sure there'll be 1 or 2 other things that I'll take a little bit of pleasure out of or a little bit of optimism from. It's just a little bit difficult to think of it at this moment in time.
Okay, we'll go with John Lupo.
Adrian, to sort of follow up on what Alejandro just said and what you said about Bongo's goals and the play of Joseph Rosales, do you feel like also being in this environment, being in this atmosphere, facing a couple of must-win matches earlier in the tournament, do you feel like the experience of being in a tournament like this with the play that some of the players you mentioned, the way they've been able to perform, do you feel like that's another thing that you can take away from this tournament that will put you in good stead as you come down the stretch of the regular season when MLS play resumes?
I think so. And as I said, there's a lot of optimism with our front players. And there wasn't an awful lot in the game tonight until the sending off. I think anybody who's been here will think that. And if you were in the stadium, you felt that. And there has been some bright spots over the last 3 or 4 games. But we'll go home, dust ourselves down, take the positives, have a look at the negatives, of which there's been plenty tonight, and then go from there.
Looks like we have another follow-up question from Andy. Go ahead, Andy.
Adrian, once Derek came on, he struggled with some crosses. He got beat over the top. Just given where you guys are at fullback, do you feel like you have enough to be able to charge on and make the playoffs given where you're at that position?
Well, I don't think it's going to, whether we make the playoffs or not, is not going to be down to have we got enough depth at fullback. I don't believe. I think that we have got enough depth at fullback. We changed the shape a little bit to see if we could keep it tight and maybe get a little break somewhere. But then you concede two really soft goals in the beginning of the second half. And then you look at it and you're thinking, well, we might have got off lightly with 5. So, as I say, it's been a difficult evening for us, and we'll go home and analyse, see where we need to get better, see where we think we might need to improve, and we'll try and do that.
Final question on Zoom. We'll go with Al.
Coach, definitely one of the objectives we talked about it yesterday was making it to Champions League. Obviously, not the result you want here, but now as this objective is out of the way, what do you think is the main objective you guys have in the next few months, and definitely the thing that will probably define if your season was successful or not?
Well, we need to make the playoffs. We've done it the last 4 years. I believe we're the only team that's made it in the last 4 years in the Western Conference. So it'll be nice to keep that going, to make it 5. And I know that with this group, if we were to make the playoffs, then we have opportunities to win games. We've shown that all year in our away performances. Tonight was a bad night at the office in terms of our defensive unit. But when I look back at what we've had, and now we've started to get most of our guys fit again, I've got a lot of optimism for the rest of the season.